Hello everyone, I'm RecV5.
And I'm Sandman99.
Merry Christmas and welcome back to Madden NFL 2004, Santa's Elves franchise.
Yes, and the grumpiest elf, number 45, who happens to be our nickel corner, I believe, had the big game last week with 2 interceptions and a fumble recovery for a touchdown, and he got the weekly Defensive Player of the Week award for the NFL. So there you go. He won Defensive Player of the Week honors for his performance in that game. And he pretty much single-handedly turned that game around for us, actually.
Yep.
So, anyway.
Mr. Grumpy decided we were winning.
Yep. And you know, we refer to him as Mr. Grumpy because every time you see a close-up of his face, his eyebrows are turned downward and he looks like he's frowning.
Yep.
So even when he does a good thing, he doesn't look happy about it, right?
Yep.
So it's sort of a running gag between us anyway. But anyway, our next opponent is the Detroit Comets, who we have played once already. And it looks like they are a balanced team, although they don't have very good quarterbacking by the looks of it. And they have decent running backs and so-so wide receivers. Pretty good offensive line, right? So, maybe our secondary can take advantage of the poor quarterbacking to track down some more stray passes for us this week.
Well, maybe. I mean, you know, I'm just going to play flat zones all day long and...
Yeah, and they'll probably continuously throw there, so...
Yeah, well, that's what they did last game, and the game before that, and the game before that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gotten to the point where I've actually stopped playing short zones in the middle for most teams. I just don't play them.
Yeah, it's because they go, what is that open area in front of the offensive line? Am I supposed to send a receiver there and throw him the ball? What a novel idea.
Yeah, whereas in Madden 05, you have to have a guy there. Yeah. All the time. But in Madden 04, no, he'll never throw it there. So
yeah. Well, in Madden 05, you can still pretty much cripple their offense by playing deep zones and flat zones too, though.
Yep.
They don't take the over the middle game as much as they should either, even if you're allowing it. Oh, and it's 0 degrees at the North Pole once again.
Thanks for joining us as Comets square off against the home team. Al Michaels and John Madden here to broadcast this one, brought to you by EA Sports, the company that defines football.
You talk about a quarterback who can lead his team.
And you know what?
Victory.
I'm still trying to find my offensive
footing
identity here,
and the ability to hit
because
anywhere in the field.
I just haven't been able to have any kind of success on offense at all.
Numbers in this one.
Really.
The home team have some good receivers too, and it's a big reason.
Yeah, they have some good receivers too.
Now, this is his favorite target, and when you see what he can do,
yeah, they have a good receiver.
and this is his favorite target.
Yeah.
Early in the game, so we'll have to
all right, you go to take the snap, and you see 4 defensive backs lined up across from this guy.
Doing that. You got to save some of that
Right?
intensity and energy for the game.
Let's go to midfield for the coin toss.
No, looks like we won the toss. I'm going to defend with the wind at our backs to start the game. They're going to elect to receive.
So let's go to the field for the start of the action.
Yeah. But, yeah, so far I thought this was supposed to be an easier offensive game than Madden 05. But as it turns out, it's the tinsel curtain defense that's been winning games for us.
You just got to line up in shotgun 4 wide receivers and throw the streak.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, I guess you'll either get a big gain or you'll
throw an interception.
Throw an interception, right?
But think of it this way: a streak is like a punt.
Yeah. You know what? I think I prefer to play a little bit more reserved offense than that. And that's what I'm going to attempt to do. I've been trying to work on avoiding throwing bad passes and that kind of thing. And one of the things that I've been trying to get to here is having the ability to throw short passes so that I can see who I'm throwing it to and not throw a bad pass down the field, right? But it's interesting to note that, number 45 there, Mr. Grumpy, leads the league in interceptions, and most of the time he's playing a flat zone or a short zone, right?
Yep. He either plays a flat zone, a short zone, or man coverage.
Yeah, and that's pretty much how this game works, right? Most of the interceptions will be hogged by short pass defenders, and what happens is the AI tries to throw the ball over them, and if they happen to be in the path of the oncoming ball, then they seem to be able to jump up and make a play on it, right?
In to kick this one off.
Okay, so here we go.
Nice distance.
Still can't kick off the ball straight. Boy.
He decides not to return this one. The offense is heading out onto the field for their first drive of the game.
Well, here I am. They're coming out in one wide receiver, and I'm coming out in a dime.
You're not really respecting their ability to run, huh?
With the carry, that's a 3-yard gain.
I just want to make sure everybody's covered, that's all.
Oh.
2nd and 7 coming up here. Ball on their own 23. Conley, the long back. They give it to the halfback. He has some room.
Wow. Cuts back.
Comets have a very well.
Right, you had him all walled off in the direction he was trying to go, so he cut back.
If they execute their game plan out there, look out.
You're right. They do have a lot of great athletes on this
Well, they're
team.
coming out in split backs.
Yeah, they run. They'll run out of split backs once in a while too, though.
Gets the pass off.
Although not this time. They threw a flat pass.
Yeah, I had a curl flat on that side instead of a hard flat.
Yeah. I don't think it would have made any difference though, because like we've noticed before, if there's no wide receiver out there, then that flat coverage guy won't behave properly anyways, right? He'll still play a big enough cushion that guy would have been able to catch that pass anyhow. Wow.
Well, he dumped it off on a screen pass.
That's crazy how they throw those screens.
What, like practically backwards?
Practically backwards and really fast, right? Like, I think that the idea of the screen is you're supposed to draw the defense down the field after you a little ways.
Another run.
And you also kind of want to give your screen blocking lineman a chance to actually sneak out there and get in front of the guy before he catches the ball, right?
Now, screen blocking is just a cosmetic design on the playbook paper, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Here he goes. And he gets to the sticks on that run to the outside. The offensive line really doing their job on that play.
When you can be effective like that, running to the outside, it kind of spreads the defense out a little. And when they do that, then you can come back and run to the inside.
Drops back. Pressure coming. Passing to the
Well,
left.
there's the first one.
The 40, the 30, the 20,
Right.
the 10,
A short pass defender, right?
Number 52.
Yep, their halfback is quick. Yeah, that was Santa Claus playing the flat zone.
Yep. But it's a short pass, like a short defender that jumps up in the path of a pass that's going.
I mean, let's be real, though. That wouldn't have happened if he hadn't a hot potatoed it.
Yeah.
And he tacks on the extra point. Here's the kickoff team.
Yeah, it seems to me if you were playing this with, like, default playbooks, cover 4 would be, like, the ultimate defense.
Yeah, I don't think I'd play really anything else, to be honest with you. I would play 4 deep zone and either 3 or 4 short zone defenders underneath, depending on whether I was playing a 3-4 or a 4-3, right? And with the way that they have the 4-3 line rushes designed, I think I'd probably mainly rely on a 4-3. Yeah, could see that coming. Could see that coming.
At the 40, the 30, the 20.
There's no way I can catch him.
Yeah. But that's the weakness in your defense, though. You're soft on the weak side.
Well, I mean,
right?
I wouldn't say I'm soft on the weak side. I'm going to disagree with you here because, right, look at all the guys that are here. That's one, spins two guys. That guy could have made the tackle.
Actually, you could say he spun three guys there.
Yeah, he should have made the tackle, but he just didn't.
He spun around three of them.
Right.
But still, what I mean, though, if you back up here a little bit, is when he does the cutback here, right there. Okay, there's nobody in the middle here really trying to rush and penetrate, and that's why he's able to do that.
Yeah, but look at how they swarm over here, right? It's not like there aren't guys around to stop him. They just don't.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, whereas in Madden 05, those guys will stop that guy because they're in his vicinity, and he might spin one of them, but he's not going to spin all three at once.
Yeah, well, that's because they all pursue to the outside, and
they over pursue in this game.
And even though there's three of them there, not even one of them plays the contain to the inside, right?
Yeah. Basically, it's a stupid AI thing that you can't control.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, the only thing you could do maybe is try to take control of a player in the vicinity and move him toward the middle of the field, right?
Honestly, I don't think there's anything I could do because I don't think I could react that quickly.
No, probably not. But if there were a way to counter that manually, though, that's probably pretty much what you'd have to do, right?
Well, you'd basically have to play linebacker.
Yeah.
They give it to the halfback. They'll mark it at the 25-yard line. 1 yard gain by the running back.
But that sort of thing, again, it's just a thing of Madden 04. It's something I've come to accept.
Well, it's also a typical thing in the Madden franchise, too, right? They've got everything designed so that you always are on the verge of having a highlight reel play, right?
Closing in. He's looking. Gets the pass off. And this pass is
okay, well, I saw that safety there, and I didn't want to throw it because I would, then he'd just turn around and run after it, right? So that's why I was dropping back like that. I was trying to draw him further down the field. Unfortunately, my blockers did a crap job of, like picking up the defenders playing down there.
Well, that's okay. They came out in a 4-3 defense here.
Passing run.
And it doesn't matter.
Wow. Uncontested drop pass.
You got to wonder what happened. It looked like a pretty good throw, but it bounced right off his hand. One thing's for sure, you don't often get...
I don't know. I might have to change these formations so that because the blocking is crap anyway when I do try to throw a screen, I might have to change these so that I have wide receivers out there, maybe. Because if those guys can't catch, I'm going to have to put somebody in there who can. Right?
Yep.
See if they try to move the ball on the ground again.
I'm always, like trying to tinker here and there, trying to figure out things so that I can have some kind of success passing in this game, but, like things like that, I haven't quite figured out how to take the drop pass out of the equation just yet.
Honestly, I just do more or less the same thing that I do in Madden 05.
See that? He cut back on you again.
That is such bullshit. Because let's take a look at this play, right? So I actually break off my block here, and I'm trying to seal him off.
Yeah.
But I get suction blocked into that fullback.
Yeah.
Right? And so I can't make the tackle there. And then everybody just falls apart. I don't know. I think that's total bullshit, if you ask me. I think that's a scripted thing. I think it's just going to happen regardless of what you do and what you come out there, because I also shifted my line to the side where they had two tight ends. They had nobody on that side. So, whatever.
The kick is up, and the extra point is good. John, they made that one look easy. The defense didn't even put up much resistance, and they moved down the field quickly for the score.
Hey, I guess they figured, who needs ball control? As long as you're getting touchdowns, it really doesn't matter if it takes a long time or no time at all.
From the 8-yard line.
Well, you're going to need to figure out how to solve the run here pretty quick, or we're going to be in a big hole.
Well, I've found a way to solve the run. It's just nobody tackles anybody. It's not my fault, it's the game's fault.
Man in motion. Going to the left. Hand off to the tailback. Just about a yard on the run. Nine yards to go. Ball on their own 26. He sees something in the defense. The home team using motion with the pass.
Oh man, that drives me insane.
Maybe you should try a quarterback scramble, see how far you can run.
You stop and you get your hands up.
Because that's crazy. Like it's like that is absolutely nuts. I just don't understand how they can continually do that again and again and again.
Using motion. He's looking. Buying time.
There you go.
Yep, I'm just going to take it myself this time.
And he jumps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Right here is how he can hurt you. They get him in a third down situation. But if they can give him a lane to run through, he's going to take it. And right there, he takes it for a big first down.
Man in motion. Pass play here on first down. Pressure gives this one a ride to the left.
Oh, and he had his hands on it and he dropped it.
He'd come up with
Yep.
it, but he just couldn't get it under control.
But see, when you throw those deep passes, in this game it's like a 50-50 thing. In Madden 05, you're like throwing it away, but in this game it's a 50-50 thing.
Yeah, well, that's why I tried it, right?
He just dropped it because he's a terrible player.
Number 1, directing traffic. Number 37, 1 yard gain by the running back. Third down and long coming up here. Ball on their own 43. Detroit looking for pass with only 3 down linemen and 7 DBs on the field. He's
Oh,
He's
wow.
standing around. Nowhere to throw it that time.
Nowhere to run either. He's got to do a better job of reading the defense before the snap. Then get the ball out to your check down receiver before the rush can get to you.
Lang sets up, waiting for the punt.
No, that's a pretty good punt.
Yeah, I'm just trying to kick it over his head, right?
Blocking begins to move downfield. This could be big. He picks up a few yards.
I don't think that could be big.
The coverage team had him wrapped up before he could do anything with it.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. Tosses it right. Not much on that pitch. Eight to go. Ball on their own 21. Conley, Malone setback. Under pressure, gets the pass off. Short pass
Still to the
incomplete,
flats.
brings up
Yep,
third
still
down.
throwing to the flats anyway. See, I don't know if on 3rd and 8 you have to worry about them running the way ball on you too much, but
The corners are giving a bit of a cushion. Man in motion. Drops back. Throwing. He went up there and he got it. He makes the catch, but he's just short of the first down.
On 3rd down, you have one job, and that's to know where the marker is and to get past it. You just can't come up short like that.
So 3 and out, and they'll line up to punt. Here's the punt. From the 44. And he goes out. That's a 50
Well, you
yard
did a
line.
little bit of wiggling and got a couple of yards there, but
Yeah, well, I was trying to make something happen.
Get as much as you can on a return, and that's just
yeah,
what he
well, at
did.
least you can do that without it being like an automatic fumble, right?
Number 1 sees something in the defense. Gets the call, picks up 4, maybe 5 there.
Wow, I thought that defensive end was going to get me because he definitely overpowered his block
5
quickly,
yards to
right?
go. Looks like he's changing the play. Number 25, the motion man. Pressure coming with the throw.
Oh, he dropped it.
Complete pass.
Oh.
What a huge hit to cause
Man.
the incompletion.
He saw the receiver hauling it in, and then boom, he pops him, and it ends up incomplete.
Here are the
I don't
numbers
think
from
he
the
dropped it because of the
third
hit.
down
I think he had control of that, and then he just
Conversions is a
decided
keeper
that, oh,
stat.
I'm just going to
When
drop
you
it.
convert
Oh.
on third down, you keep 3 things. You keep your drive going, you keep their defense on the field, and you keep your defense.
Well, at least he
resting
caught
on the
that one.
sideline.
And he
Man.
didn't fumble it.
Ball going to the air, and that'll move the chains. 1st and 10.
He was just sitting there eating potato chips on the sideline. His hands are greasy, right?
Looks like he's calling an audible. Still. Gain of about a yard by the fullback. Number 1. Get set.
Wow, that is a really wide.
Calling an audible. Using motion. Drops back with the throw.
And again, right?
Batted away. The
Like, I
incomplete
just
pass
can't,
brings
when they
up
line
third
up
down.
wide like that, I can't roll out.
I think when they line up wide like that, you need to audible to something with 2 tight ends.
Here is a 3rd and long situation.
And just have both tight
Ball
ends
at the
block.
22-yard line.
Hey, look, it's your favorite defense out there.
Man in motion. Rolling right. Scrambling. Good play call by the defensive coordinator.
He knows exactly how to take advantage of his personnel.
Well, at least we can get a field goal.
Always puts him
Yeah,
in
as long
position
as
to
I
make
don't
big
miss.
plays out there, whether it's rushing
Have
the
faith.
quarterback or playing in pass coverage downfield.
So this will be a 39-yard field goal try. And it's on its way. The try is good.
I think that 4-3 thing was working
He's
for you
just
out
about
there.
ready to kick this one
Yeah, well,
away.
we'll see how it goes. I'm all miserable about it now.
And he got all of that one. A great kick. He decides not to return this one. The offense takes over after they were 3 and out on their last possession. Backing off. Come on, partner.
Oh, don't face mask the guy.
Yeah. But you see, though, he's wiggling around trying to cut back like that again, and I think that defensive end, like having those defensive linemen out there on that side,
Pulled his helmet right
helps
off.
to plug things up a little, right?
The only downside is it makes the outside run a lot more effective.
Yeah, I know, but I think you're better off giving up 5 yards to the outside than 80 yards down the middle, right?
I don't think it matters. I think they'll get down there either way, if I'm honest with you. Unless they get greedy and try to throw a pass.
Hand it off. 1 yard gain by the running back.
Yeah, I think what you need to do is force them into third down situations where they have to pass, and then you can play the pass defense game, right?
Reed sends a man in motion.
Oh, somebody jumped early.
Penalty
Left
marker
guard.
down the field. Looks like he was rocking on the line on that play.
That's one of the worst kinds of penalty. The guy has to do a better job concentrating.
using split backs. They'll go with a run once again. Gain of about 5.
There. Now you can play pass defense.
Loosening up the coverage on the outside.
He didn't leave either of those tight ends in the block.
No, he didn't. That's okay.
Just recorded his first sack.
Yeah. Just like a guided missile, he comes around the edge there.
The teams have switched sides, and we'll start the second quarter. He'll line up for what will be his second punt of the game. Here's the kick. For the 34-yard line.
Yeah. See, what happens there is you just don't get anything, right? You know, instead of it being a disaster, it just ends up being a punt return for 0 yards, right?
Yep.
Man in motion.
Whoa. Yeah, get there and block that guy. Ah, way to go.
Oh, God.
37 explodes for a big game.
And you talk about great vision and being able to see holes and make guys miss. This guy can do all of that.
They've got 6 yards passing. Wow.
Looks like he's changing the play. The home team using motion. Gives the ball off. Number 37. Couldn't even get out of the backfield.
This defense is extremely active and effective up front. They do a good job of getting upfield quickly, creating havoc in the backfield. Misdirection plays and draws can be a good way to use their speed and aggressiveness against them.
Calling an audible now. Number 1 sends a man in motion. Drops back, pressure, looking for an option, gets the pass off.
Wow, did he come open?
Yep.
Gibson catches a floater for the first down.
And it's a good
What on earth were they doing on that side?
Well, what that 90-degree cut does at the line is it sort of, you see how that guy takes a big step in?
Yep.
And this guy, again, I've noticed this, you know, like even when I run this similar play to the other side, that safety freezes for a second.
Because
right?
he's playing
like
a short zone.
He's playing a short zone, and he's waiting to see what happens, right? And because this guy bit on the cut at the line,
He's in no position to keep up with him.
He's already out of position, right?
And that safety, I mean, that guy's not in his zone, so...
Yeah, and so I just lob it over their heads, right?
We'll go back to
It's sort of like the Madden 04 version of the corner route, right? Because the actual corner route doesn't really work very well, but for some reason that does.
Under pressure, flings it to the outside.
Defensive end says hi.
Good pass and catch there as he records his third reception of the game.
It's his third reception of the game.
Watching this guy because he's been getting some room to work with out there. Since they don't,
He had some room to work with out there. Negative 5 yards of room to work with.
No, I was just throwing it away, basically.
Number 1 with a man in motion. Drops back, pressure coming, gets the pass off.
And what I'm really hoping is to get this kind of result, right? Like if they forget, like if this guy leaks out of the coverage because that's like a partial man coverage, right? Or if he's got safety coverage from this guy, because I make a 90-degree cut at the line here too, which makes him step to the middle of the field a bit.
Yep.
And then when he suddenly turns around and runs to the outside, that guy's way out of position, right?
So let's pick up the action.
At least that's what I'm hoping to accomplish by all of this.
Looks like he's calling an audible. Using motion. Toss play to the right. Looking upfield. Powering ahead. He goes down at
The toss play to the fullback.
Maybe 3 yards on the ground.
Yep, the jumbo T toss. Although this is one I made up myself, it works a little bit like the good old split backs formation where you can do that kind of thing too, right?
Yep. Oh, you're just going to do dive?
Yeah, I'm just going to slam it straight ahead and see if I can pick up a yard or two here.
Or a touchdown?
Yeah. Well, one or the other.
Yard to touchdown, same difference.
Until they're putting up 6 points on the board.
They just give the ball to him and he just runs straight ahead. That's his job description.
Yep. Well, that's mostly what a fullback does when he's not blocking, right? He basically just takes the ball and runs straight ahead. And attempts to run over whoever's in front of him.
It's going to be up to them to protect this lead.
From the 4-yard line. The defense will try to force them to punt again as they did the last time the offense had the ball. 1st and 10. Ball on their own 23. Only one man back. Man in motion. Here come the heat.
Well, that linebacker overplayed it, but I think they're going to get a holding penalty up.
They probably should have got a holding penalty on the last couple runs.
Willis held them up.
The rule on the hold is you can't let your hands go to the outside of the body. If your hands do move outside, then you have to move them back in as soon as you can, or you'll get called for holding.
Pass play here on 1st down. Throwing.
Don't give it back to him. Damn.
Wow.
I don't know what happened there. The quarterback did his job, delivered a catchable ball. He just couldn't come up with it.
Dropping back. Gets rid of it. He hits his receiver. He did a nice job tracking that ball down.
You know, he did a nice job of putting
That's a mighty
that
slow
pass
tight end
where
that they
only
had.
his
They were
receivers
throwing
could
that
make
too.
catch.
It's 3rd down and 6 to go. Ball on their own 28. Drops back, gets the pass off. The 3rd down pass is...
Did that one hit that receiver in his feet? It looked like it was, oh no, or did it bounce off of the linebacker there first? Or did he just drop that? Because
I think that's a drop.
Yeah, because he was turning around early, right? Yeah.
Yeah, what did he do? He took like one, so he's running in the middle of the field. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he's cutting to the outside now.
Yeah.
Instant cut to the outside.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the classic hot potato pass. Symptomatic of Madden 04.
Mitchell will come into this game to punt. Here's the punt. He's waving for the fair catch.
That was a smart thing to do with the coverage team closing in for a big hit.
Number 1 gets set. Looks like he's calling an audible. Number 25 moves in motion. Closing in. Throwing. Oh, he makes the catch anyway.
And he's not even really particularly fast.
No. No, he's just extremely wide open when I hit him with that pass, right?
You can't teach.
And that's just a little refinement that I made in an attempt to try and get some kind of a play that would work, right?
Yeah, you were having trouble getting sacked on that before.
Yeah. That's mainly because it just plain took too long to run that other route for the running back.
Yep.
And the corner route was just not even an option, right?
Dropping back, pressure, throws it. He finds his man. Off and running.
There, see,
Hi, my name's Taylor. I catch the screen.
Yeah. See, I actually switched back to the block assignments because at least if the corners back off, they do this, right? They actually move down the field a little bit and establish a bit of a buffer there.
Yep.
And if the corner presses, then they still sort of form up this weird little mini pocket, even though they back up while they're doing it. But if I can still at least hot potato this pass to this guy, and if that corner tries to force his way through there, one of them will usually pick him up and block him, right?
Yep.
Whereas I found that the other way, where you just have those guys run a delay and then a generic get open thing, they're too passive. They don't actually react until the receiver actually catches the ball, right? Whereas these guys, if a defender presses and makes contact with them, they'll start blocking.
Well, you know, it's different assignments for different types of plays, right?
Yeah.
So, like, for example, when I take something like, say, I-formation twin wide receivers, and I run a wide receiver screen out of that, the delay works better because the receiver will normally not even go all the way out to the flat. He'll just start backing up.
Looks like he's changing
And so at
the
least
play.
that way you can throw the wide receiver screen to the other guy, and then at least have somebody out there.
Yeah, I don't know how well this is going to work. I haven't tried this yet, I don't think.
Looking upfield.
But if you've already got your guys out in front of you, then you just really need them to stand up, right?
Yep.
And here's what they've been able to do so far on third down.
Third down conversions are usually a good barometer of how well your offense is playing. It means that your offense is making big plays when they need them.
Using motion.
But really, I think it would have been better if they'd have just made run block mean run block.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like follow the assignment as drawn, right?
Yeah, run block should mean run block in all situations.
So they have first.
Well, you know what? The playmaker, I keep going back to good old playmaker football, but the playmaker football guys, even though graphically speaking their game was kind of primitive, they had it figured out already that you could draw blocking routes where... It's going to run this play, where you can tell your lineman or other player, I want you to follow this route, and then when you get there, block. Or you can also do something like tell that same player,
run this route and block anyone you find along the way.
block the first defender you encounter along this route. Right?
Yep.
You know, like they actually had two different options as to how you wanted to run that, right? And they could have done that here too.
Drops back, gets rid of it. A lot of room to work. Missed.
Oh, look at
Broke a
this.
tackle, got in the end zone. Yeah,
Nice.
They got a shot at him. He was so strong and powerful, he just busted right
that's
through the pack.
in a way, I guess that's one of the pluses to throwing those kinds of passes to tight ends, right?
Yeah, is they can actually have guys bounce off them because they're so big.
Number 7
Yeah.
comes in for the extra point. The kick is up. The extra point attempt is good. Big drive right there, John, and that defense is really struggling now to make plays.
The offense seems to have their number out there. They need to rethink their strategy.
I think I got
on
them
defense.
figured out now.
Maybe blitz a little more, trying to create some additional pressure. They have to find a way to get this offense out of their rhythm.
Booming kick downfield. From the 5. So after being forced to punt the last time they had it, the offense heads back out onto the field. It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 25.
Get in there, Lon. Set. Give it all you got.
Conley. Decent gain, about 4. Only one man in the backfield. The corners playing back. Reed gets set. Under pressure. He's looking. Throws it. A little off target, but caught. Good looking play there as they pick up the first down and keep the drive alive. So they have
Coming out in one wide receiver now.
Ball on their
Yep.
own 42.
Well, it's going to take them a bit to adjust, I guess, because after those 2 big run plays, they're going to want to try and run the ball at least once every series, right? But if you can limit them to short gains like that, then they'll have to go to the air, right?
Dropping back. Pressure coming. Looking for an option. Throwing.
And then you can get an interception.
He got it way up there to make the pick.
I'll tell you, these interceptions.
That was our second string corner.
Yep. Well, he threw it over the middle, and there was obviously somebody there, right?
Man coverage and 3 deep. Although one of the 3 deep is a defensive tackle.
Play up in the backfield.
Yeah. Look at how this guy pursues, right? Again, this is why I really don't believe they needed to change anything about the run defense. Watch the safety here, the strong safety. He's coming on the blitz, and I see him, so I try to cut through this gap here. And I do, but look at how he is really alert, and he turns around and he chases, like he adjusts his angle, and he comes back and cuts me off anyway, right?
Yep.
Let's get back to the play on the field.
I'm not salty about that, because the way I see it is that was just good defensive play, you know?
Ball on their own 40.
And, really, in my opinion, I don't think they needed to change anything about
Number 1. Directing traffic.
the run defense in this game when they went to Madden 05, right?
Looking up.
I mean, I do
Penalty marker down.
like the better pursuit angles in Madden 05. I'll say that much.
Yeah, well, they could have done that, but they could have kept basically what they had here, though, and fixed the pursuit angles and maybe made the defensive backs and linebackers a little bit more aware of the pass, right? So that they would actually stick a hand up if the ball's coming in and that kind of thing. Just make the pass coverage better, right?
Yep.
But I think that what makes this defense in this game effective is that the wide line and those defensive ends that loop around the outside like that. I mean, that's really hard to deal with, right?
Yep.
I think I'm going to end up running the ball and then kicking it away here.
Third down coming up.
I'm looking for that back to sneak out into the flat. It's been there a few times before, and they might try it again right here.
So the punt team gets ready as we near halftime.
After that drop pass, I'm not going to risk giving them anything here.
Unable to get anything going on that
Well, on the
series.
bright side, you'll keep the clock running by doing something like this.
Yeah, well, I can run some time off the clock and kick it down into their end. Maybe I should have just lined up in a different formation, but what can you do? The way that things have been going for me in this season so far, I don't like having to be forced into passing situations like that anyway. Oh, look at that.
Oh,
We got a
nice.
good bounce.
This one goes out of bounds.
I think the coach needs to look at how his team has done so far and decide if they can put a drive together with this much time left. If he doesn't think they can, or just doesn't want to risk anything, we'll probably see a few runs here.
Well, they're coming out in split backs, so I don't think you're going to see a few runs
Using
here.
motion.
Well, it is a passing formation, but they're running out of it anyway.
It's a 3-yard gain.
Now, the defense just can't be trying to strip the ball here.
Oh, is he signaling to call a timeout there? Who's that?
Down and run out the rest of the clock. If they can hold them these next 2 downs, their offense might get the ball back.
You got split backs there again. See, I think you're going to see a run because they're trying to run the clock out, right?
Again with the carry, powering ahead. Gain of about 5.
Well, we have an extra linebacker there now.
Big stop.
We'll just play that all game long.
And we go back to the game.
Give it all you got, D. Come on. Run. You got it. All right.
See, I don't think... Oh, okay, I guess they are. And then there's a penalty right away.
Ah! It's because he was doing the linebacker pointy thing.
Yep.
Damn it! Don't do that.
And
Get back on side.
And the clock stops. Just put a... something out there where they won't do that.
The corners playing
I
off the
can't. Everything is drawn with this guy playing as a linebacker.
Oh.
Because if he's not playing as a linebacker, he doesn't play his flat assignment properly.
in the backfield. He starts out the wrong way.
There's something about the way that flat assignments and flat zones are coded in this game, whereas if you give them to a
Making a heck of a defensive play.
defensive lineman and they run a play fake, that defensive lineman will instantly abandon his flat just like that.
Yeah. Well, I think it's time for the halftime stretch.
All right. And we're back.
Yes, with fresh drinks
And welcome
and
Here are the halftime stats as we get
Yeah, I
set
used
for
up all my
second
Christmas cups in the last episode, though, so I had to grab a normal cup.
yeah.
good distance.
And I'm still drinking out of my battered old
Choose to
travel
touch down
mug.
this one and start at the 20.
Oh, you've been using that thing for years.
Yep.
Heads out into the
It's
field.
what I drink coffee out of.
20.
Yeah. Somebody posted a sticker on that one time.
Yeah.
One of your work buddies said 2 cups a day.
Yeah, because apparently they thought I was drinking too much coffee.
First down. Closing in. Gets rid of it. He barely
That is not out of bounds.
That's the best way to...
Coach has decided to take
Yeah, well, how many
advantage
cups of
his
coffee would you
ability
say you
to
drink a
challenge
day?
the bad call
Of these?
right here.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
the NFL
5?
wanted to make sure that there were never any questionable
Do you ever
calls
drink
to
water?
determine a winner and
Yeah,
loser at
but
the
I
end
just
of the
pour
game.
coffee grounds
That's
through
why
it
they
first.
put the rule in.
Well, there you go, man.
Well, I don't know. That I couldn't tell anything by looking at that, but we'll see. Yeah.
Told you so.
Okay.
So the coach looks a lot smarter.
So I won that challenge and gained the 2-yard completion there, eh?
Hey, man, if you need to make only 2 yards at the end of this drive, that's going to make a big difference.
That's true.
You have a partial man coverage there.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna...
Jones in motion, dropping back, throws it. It's broken.
God damn it. I don't know what I have to do. That was an interior defensive lineman that knocked that down.
Yeah, defensive tackle.
Man.
Yeah, why can't you just crank your arm up and throw the ball at the same angle that artillery fires at?
I don't know why the offensive linemen, because their blocking technique usually involves putting their hands on the fronts of the shoulders of those players. I don't know why they can't just slide their hands up when they see them start to raise their arms and just stop them from raising their arms.
Throwing. The pass falls incomplete.
Well, I guess the challenge didn't mean anything after all.
It didn't mean anything after all.
Well, technically it means you're punting from outside your own 20.
Yeah. Because that guy dropped that pass, but anyway.
Comets couldn't get it done in the lineup to punt.
I don't know what I'm going to do to get the stupid factor out of these offensive players.
Where it went out.
It's too bad you can't make a quarterback who's 10 feet tall. Then you could just stand back there and throw it over those guys no matter how much they jump.
Hey, man, maybe with a Game Shark.
Were they even still making those by the time this game came out?
Oh, yeah.
Nice adjustment.
Yeah, they had Game Sharks for the entire era.
The receiver never took his eyes off the ball.
And they worked in much the same way as they always
I
had.
seem to remember having one for my, like, Super Nintendo or something, like, back in the 90s, right?
Oh, the old Game Genie.
Yeah, okay, maybe that's what it was called then.
Stevens, the motion man. Dropping back, hand off to the tailback. Hennings records the stop at the 43.
Yeah, I think Game Shark, Game Genie, I think those things all work in the same way. What they do is they basically apply like a... So the game gets loaded into memory, and then they apply a memory patch to the game to modify a couple of the bytes of the game's code.
Yeah. All I'd want is something that negates the physics of the football interacting with the defensive lineman. So he can jump up and the ball will just go right through him.
Usually it's the type of thing like they change bytes in the code to change certain CPU instructions and things like that and certain data values to different things. But it's usually much more difficult to actually add more code.
Well, that's nice. So we'll have our passes batted down now from inside the 10, huh?
Yep.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
Well, that's okay, though, because you have the option to third down punt now.
Yeah.
Hand it off to the fullback. And he stopped at the 11. Rumbles ahead for a yard, maybe 2.
Well, what are we doing here?
Calling an audible. The home team using motion. Dropping back. He surveys the field. Throws it.
Oh! Yeah, at least he caught it and he didn't hand it to number 59 there. That's how it was looking.
This guy's been blessed with a golden arm.
With the way he was juggling that, it looked like he was trying to pass it to number 59.
Yeah, I know. I sat up a little straighter for a second or so there.
Yeah, that was almost like a handoff to the defense.
About a 1-yard loss. Directing traffic. Number 1 sends a man in motion. He surveys the field, gets the pass off.
Nice. How'd that happen? Oh, look at that. I stiff-armed him and pushed myself out of bounds.
Well, I guess he's bigger than you.
Yeah. Wow, what happened there? How did he get so open?
Well, he didn't.
Oh, the guy made a play on the ball and
Missed.
Yeah. He jumped in there to try and make a play on the ball.
Yeah, it's that Madden 04 or 05 thing over and over again.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess I'm the beneficiary of
bad pass defense.
Bad pass defense. Yeah.
I told you, man, those things are like 50-50.
Yep, they sure are.
1st and 10. Ball on the 32-yard line. Gibson moves in motion.
Let's go, come on.
He's looking.
Oh crap, I pressed the wrong button. I had him open there on the corner, right? Did you see that?
Yep.
I pressed the wrong button.
For his defense. He lets it go as an incomplete pass rather than an interception.
Well, at least he didn't throw a pick 6.
Yeah.
Using motion. Pressure with the pass. He hits his receiver. He found a soft spot on the defense and was right there to make the catch.
Yeah, we'll just get you running your route ahead of time there, buddy.
That's the problem with those routes where you run a receiver from one side to the other, though, sometimes. Is
you can get confused with the button layout.
You get the button layout confused, right?
Yep. Rate of each team.
Third down is when you want your players to dig deep and make a clutch play.
Yeah, because usually B is your left-hand guy and X is your right-hand guy.
And it gives your offense a
for
fresh
example.
set of downs to work with.
He surveys the field with the throw. He has one.
Ah, he made it.
Yeah, that time I wanted to throw it to the underneath guy, right?
And the thing is, they'll be doing more than just picking up first downs if this success continues. They're going to be picking up some points.
See, I came out and threw a few passes there because I'm having so little success on the ground. It just seems like every time I run, they're on my side of the line of scrimmage before I can do anything, right?
Well, these guys are a strong D team, right? So their defensive line is pretty overwhelming.
About 3. Second and 7 coming up here. Ball on the 19-yard line.
We'll see. Set. You got it.
Drops back under pressure. He's looking, throwing.
What was that
Shows
catch?
great concentration on that
It
receiver.
like,
At least he caught it.
it like hit him in the back of the shoulder and then he caught it.
Yeah, well, at least he caught it.
Looks like he's calling an audible. Using motion. With the pass.
He dropped it.
One ball's incomplete. That looked like a catch.
It wasn't going to be a first down anyways, but
Well, he did have a defender hanging from his back that time.
yeah. I had a lot of drop passes. I only threw 14 passes,
Will try to come through
14
with the
passes
field
in the
goal
first
here.
half, and I had 4 drops.
Wow.
And it's on its way. And the kicker got all of that point. That kick is good, and it's his second field goal of the game. What a shift in this one. 20 unanswered points for them.
They're just pouring it on. They're really starting to dominate.
And he got all of that one. A great kick. From the 4-yard line. Detroit down by 2 touchdowns. Takes over on offense.
Well, we'll have to see what they come out to do now.
Ball on their own 21. Corners playing off a bit. Pass play here on first down.
Well, they actually ran the ball more than they passed in the first half.
23-yard line.
No.
Yeah.
82 on the carry. Only one man in the backfield.
And their running back was averaging 11 yards per carry.
God.
Number 82, the motion man. He's it off to the back, and he's brought down at the 26. A couple, maybe 3 yards on that run.
That was this is their first possession of the second half, right?
26.
So, yeah, they're still coming out running the ball.
Pressure coming with the pass. Great.
Yeah, just face mask his ass.
Well, that's okay. So long as it doesn't get called, it's okay.
Receiver do the hard work.
Yeah, that was our, because you see what I mean when I talk about defensive ends playing flat zones. I think that was defensive end. No, that was number 51 out here.
Yeah.
But the same thing applies, right? Like he plays it differently because he's not a defensive lineman, so he more or less just kind of sideways saunters out there
Yeah.
instead of doing the whole back up to like 15 yards kind of thing.
Let's get back to the action on the field.
which is what defensive backs
Unable
tend to
get
do.
anything going on that series, they'll have to punt it away here. Here's the punt. From the 26.
Yeah, screw you.
Well, you managed to pick up a few yards again,
Boy, the coverage team is gonna
putting the
need to
punt
do
return
better
back
because
into
he
the
can take
game.
next
That's
one all the
right.
way.
Well, if I can return the punts, then you won't have to try to make something work out of your own 20 or your own 10 or your own whatever.
Yeah. You see that again, right? It looked like I had some room in that gap there, and then look at what this safety does, right? He escapes from that blocker because because obviously an offensive lineman cannot block a defensive back in the open field, okay? It just doesn't work. Except if you're playing Madden 05, right? If this was Madden 05, then that guy would have got suction blocked into him, right? But in Madden 04, he just runs right by the guy and makes the tackle exactly the way that he should.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not really happy about running the ball for no gain, but
It wasn't like a weird drop block cheese bullshit thing.
yeah, exactly. It wasn't a nonsense play, right? You know, like you'd see in Madden 05 a lot of times. I think what they did, they really kind of spoiled their game by doing things like that, right?
Yep.
Dropping back, closing in, gets the pass off.
Come on, run the other way.
I think that was kind of off target. That's why you had to come back for it.
Well, I think there's a certain amount of like an animation thing going on there too, right? Where for some reason, if they turn around, if they're standing in a certain position when they catch the ball, they tend to act like they're falling, like off balance and falling backwards or something, right?
Yep.
Throwing short to the right.
Oh, come on!
The air, but the pass was off the mark.
Oh, wow. I don't know why that would be a drop. That's the best receiver on the team with the best hands. And he's standing
wide
there,
open.
He's standing there looking at me without a defender within 10 yards of him, and he can't catch the ball.
Hey, you know that drill they tend to do in some of the football practices? Where the quarterback sits there and he throws the ball to a wide receiver and the wide receiver catches it.
Yeah.
Imagine how that drill goes for this team.
Yeah, he throws the ball at the wide receiver and it hits him in the hands and then falls on the ground in front of him.
Or maybe even just hits him in the chest and then they got to wipe the drool off his face after.
Yeah. Oh, that was terrible. I've had a lot of drop passes in this game. I've been victimized really badly. Yeah, get up there and get him. Oh.
Second and short, upcoming after.
Yeah, see, instead of doing the whole cut block thing, what they tend to do more often than not is throw your pass rusher into that stagger animation.
Yeah, but that's actually a bit more reasonable thing to do than do the cut block thing every time too, right?
The quarterback gets set,
Because, you know, like, what really irks me about that cut block is that after about the fourth time, you'd think that that defensive player would figure it out, right?
And jump over that guy?
And jump over that guy or take some other measure to, like, not get cut blocked. Especially because you'd think that a player who is doing a cut block is going to physically telegraph what it is that he's doing too, right? To a certain extent.
Man in motion.
And you should probably be able to recognize when that's coming after it has been done to you a few times, right? A holding penalty.
Yep, and I can show you where that holding penalty occurred, because it happened to me.
Oh, okay.
All right. So we take a look here.
Yep. We're looking.
All right. And I'm doing my thing.
Yeah.
And I see the handoff, and I can see that running back is already trying to cut back this way. So I'm coming back this way and dropping back to make sure I'm in a position to tackle him, right?
Yeah.
And what's that?
Yeah, that looks like a hold, all right.
Yeah, I'll say.
Yeah, he's got his arm wrapped around your waist and everything, right?
Right? It's literally holding.
Yeah.
So let's pick up the
So that's who got called, and that's what got called.
So it'll be 1st and long here after the penalty. Backing off.
They got nothing.
Only one man in the backfield. Comets using motion. Drops back, pressure, steps up. This pass is incomplete.
Pass
And that brings up
defense.
2nd
Yep.
down.
Number
You must
92.
have had a spy there or something.
I had number 92.
Because that was a really fast pass too, and that guy was all, even though that was a really fast pass, he was already there.
You see, number 92 is our left or our right defensive end, I think.
Yeah.
And so he's playing upright like a linebacker because I have him subbed in at middle linebacker 3 for this play.
Yeah, and he's playing a spy, obviously. That's what it looks like he's doing, right?
Well, actually, he's playing a hook zone, but it cuts way into the middle of the field, which
Oh, yeah.
means he has to go really shallow at first. Which means when he hits this guy and he picks him up and sets him down, he drops that pass.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Come on.
Using motion.
Bring the pain.
Under pressure. Gets rid of it. Incomplete pass.
Well, that was a
3rd
terrible
down
pass.
After that incomplete pass.
Yeah, even the psychic receiver couldn't catch that one.
3rd down.
When the psychic receiver can't catch it, you know it was badly thrown.
Yeah.
Only one man back. Pressure coming.
Hot potato. Oh, he broke the tackle. Got the first down.
Yeah, when you put together a great pass with a heck of a catch, that's exactly what you're going to get.
The best part about that is we have that over the middle zone.
Yeah, well, you know what though, when that's part of the Madden 04 unbeatable pass defense or pass offense, right?
That's right.
You know, it's indefensible. You can't actually do anything to defend it effectively,
At the 45.
consistently.
Conway really has been unstoppable. Over 200 yards rushing.
Because when the guy takes 2 steps back and then throws it as soon as his foot hits the ground on the 2nd step, I mean, you can't pressure him. So basically all you can do is hope that you have a defender in the path of where he's throwing the ball, right?
Throws it.
Like that.
Nearly intercepted.
Well, that was Santa Claus.
Yeah, well, he almost got one there.
Position to
He had
cover
both
big
hands
play.
on it, but
Left his hands over on the sideline.
3rd down and 4.
Left his hands over on the sideline.
Yeah.
45-yard line.
I guess he knocked that one down with the stumps of his wrists, eh?
Conley setting up play action.
Well, there, just threw another interception to number 45.
Yep, Mr. Grumpy.
Mr. Grumpy is out there again.
That one. He saw his opportunity.
Right.
Boom, he took it.
That's a terrible idea, throwing that pass. Like, why on earth would they throw that?
I have no idea.
The offense gets ready to go following.
Ooh, I better hurry.
Snap the ball.
I'm trying.
Halfway here on 1st down. He's
Uh-oh.
looking.
Yeah, that's a broken play just because I had no time, right? And I didn't realize that I had no time.
Yeah, they always fuck you on change of possession for some reason.
I got screwed hard on that one, that's for sure.
Now they're looking at 2nd and long after the sack.
Okay, this time, catch the ball when I throw it to you. It's coming right now.
Throws it, and this pass is complete. He found the seam in the zone for.
Sadly, your safety avoided that tight end in the open field.
Yeah, well, you know what? You can't actually count on those passes working every time for big yardage. I consider that to be a successful running of that play when I got like about 6 yards on that play, right? Because that's really what my expectation of it is I want to pick up about 6 yards.
Comets come out with 3 down linemen and 7 defensive backs. Man in motion. He surveys the field with the throw.
Oh, man.
They're lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Yeah, he started thinking about how he was going to take it back the other way and make a
I must have
big play
pressed
for
the wrong
defense.
button in the play selection window because I did not get the play I was expecting to get either.
So they'll line up to punt after going 3 and out.
Well, that's a pretty good punt.
This one goes out of bounds. First and 10. Ball on their own 13. Corners are giving a bit of a cushion. The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him.
Oh, I got pancaked.
The offensive line is totally dominated, and the back has great vision today.
The quarterback lines up with two options behind him.
Bring that pain, baby.
See, I wish we could get one more touchdown ahead, and then maybe they abandon the running game altogether, right?
See, that was that same hot potato pass again.
Yep.
All right. He's not even run 7 yards down the field by the time the quarterback's throwing that.
Yeah, well, and if that's a streak, that's not even the way that that's supposed to be caught, right? I mean, that's obviously thrown behind him. You know, like if you're going to throw a streak, you're supposed to lead it down the field, right? Yeah, ahead of him, so he can run under it.
Here come the heat. Cowboy, bust this grill, D.
Dropping back. Throwing. Pass was incomplete. Fourth down now after the incomplete pass. Number 7 will try to improve upon those numbers.
Yeah, they were throwing it right at Hales' direction again.
Yep.
Offense couldn't get it
Well,
done in the line
I don't think
of
that would have been an
Here's the
inbounds pass, even if they'd have been able to complete that.
from the 46-yard line.
Oh, that was really crappy blocking. I thought he had that guy, and then he let go of him.
He sees something in the defense. The home team using motion. Number 37.
Boy, I wish our offensive line could block even a little bit.
They have much to work with on that running play.
That's because the defense did a good
Well, they are
job
cupcake
anticipating
players.
snap count.
Yeah, and it's
With
showing.
an aggressive defense
right?
like this, a hard count could be an effective way to keep them off balance while trying to draw them off sides.
Changing the play now.
Well, at least I won't give up any more yards in the air this game.
Hand it off. Number 37 wasn't able to get anything going on that play.
They got there and shut that play down very quickly. That's just a case of studying game film this week paying off. When you know what they like to run in certain situations, you can anticipate the play.
Hey, let's see if I got the
Stop
right play called
before it
this
even gets
time.
started.
Man in motion.
DB blitz,
Dropping
DB
back.
blitz.
Looking for an option. Throws it, and it's caught. Gibson is the recipient.
That's okay.
on that
I was
one.
hoping
His
for the
third
corner
reception
route there,
of the
but if
game.
they're not going to give it to me, I'm just going to get the completion and run the clock a little more, and then kick it away.
Lang back to return.
Too bad you can't punt it through the uprights.
What, you mean like a drop kick?
Oh, I mean, you know what? If you could do that in this game, but you can't do that in this game.
No, they don't have provisions made for the drop kick.
And he signals for the fair catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown.
But I was more referring to your kickoffs through the uprights.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they don't really count for anything.
The corners playing off a bit.
Drop back, drop.
Hand it off. He goes down at the 28-yard line.
This guy just never stops.
Pressure, throwing short to his left. On the money. McAllister breaks the play up in the
Yep.
field. Back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Throw into the flats.
Third down and 3 coming up. Ball on their own 27.
As usual.
Yep, as usual.
Loosening up the coverage on the outside. Throwing.
Flat pass.
Yep.
Makes the catch. Slow is one of those
Can't get
receivers
enough
who
yards, though, on that
to
one.
Find a way week after week to get open, and that's his 4th catch today.
But that's his 4th catch today, man.
Yep.
So 3 and out, and they'll line up to punt. Here's the kick.
There, you got a lane. That's a punt return for a touchdown.
The 20, the 10. He'll high step his way across the goal line. Touchdown.
Right, you got the blocking there, and it gave you that lane down the sideline.
Yep.
You see this whole bundle of players.
Yeah, let's see how they like it, getting run back shit bullshit on for a touchdown.
The kick is up. And the
I've been trying to do that all game. That's been my way to get back at the AI.
That made up the scoring drive.
Now they've got their defense fired up and ready to make another stop. They can force them into 3 and out and punt again. Boy, you talk about a scenario. That coverage team.
I thought, hey, you got your extra touchdown.
And try and stop that guy from doing it back to back.
Well, I couldn't quite kick it through the uprights this time.
The choose to just down this one and start at the 20.
Oh, well.
Nothing happened for the offense.
Well, you know what my strategy is going to be now, ahead by 20 points, is
Run the ball 3 times and punt?
run the ball 3 times and punt.
And he's brought down at the 20-yard line. They run it again.
This is where you need to trust the passing game to move you down the field.
The corners are backing off.
Come on, D up.
Comets line up with 2 backs behind the quarterback. With the throw,
Wow.
Stevens was there to make the catch for the first down.
He's glad he made that catch. I'm sure the quarterback will look his way again when he needs another first down.
Let's go. Come on. Stay guys.
Conley, the lone setback.
Fuck you.
About a yard in the run. Using split backs.
Well, that's going to hurt his rushing average.
Good. I wish I could drive it down to 0.
Under pressure. Throws it.
Whoa.
Nearly
Sadly, he's a defensive end.
Like that was
Yeah.
going to be a turnover.
You know, he didn't pick it off, but at least he didn't let the receiver make the catch either. Still a pretty good effort.
The corners playing back.
You know, how many times do we hear Al talk about how the corners are playing back?
I don't know. Pretty well all the time, because that's how you play.
It's the pass.
Oh, look at that. He just threw an interception right over the middle again.
There to make the play.
That was a great pick. He was reading.
You had him spying, eh?
Yep.
Yeah, and he threw it right at him.
So after the interception now, it's 1st and 10.
Set.
Man in motion.
Yeah, there's no blocking going on out there today.
On that carry. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's
here.
okay. You don't need
Ball
blocking.
on the 31-yard line.
Set.
Yeah, we just need to run the clock down to 2 seconds and then hand the ball off. And what will be, will be.
Give it off again. Gain of about 5.
Get in there, man. Set.
That's an odd-looking alignment.
Using motion.
That's all you.
Yeah, that's a 4-3 over.
They'll get it again. They're going to keep the clock moving.
Well, they're playing conservative. They're going to keep pounding away, wearing down this defense, and working the clock.
That's right. We're just going to run the ball 3 times and then send out the kicker.
This will be a 42-yard attempt.
Easy.
And maybe we can actually make a field goal over 40 yards for once.
And it's on its way through the uprights and good. He's in a groove. His third field goal of the game. Number 7 will be kicking off.
Because I've managed to get a couple of lucky breaks in this game, I think, but so far I've managed to not throw an interception, and I want to keep it that way.
You want to have an interceptionless game?
Well, and I've also taken a couple of pretty big yardage sacks, right? And that's mainly because I decided that I would rather do that than throw a bad pass and turn it over, right?
So they have first
Especially because it's the year of the turnover?
Yeah, because you know what? I can always punt it away and then try again next time, right? But if you throw an interception and let them score on you, well then...
Oh, don't face mask the guy.
Ooh, that's a big one, too.
Ooh, that'll be 15 yards, no question.
You see what he did was he grabbed it and he held on to it and he tried to bring him down with it. Now, if he would have just grabbed it and let go, it would have been a 5-yard penalty.
Let's see, if he'd have just grabbed it and pulled his head back around the other side of his body.
Yeah, then he'd have a broken neck and you wouldn't have to be, continuing to defend him.
Yeah.
That play just isn't going to get it done.
The corners playing off a bit. Pressure coming, gets the pass off, comes up with it, and he's brought down at the 42.
Terrible coverage.
Line. That pass was a wobbler.
Yeah, that was an ugly-looking pass, but I'll tell you, it got him the first down they needed.
1st and 10.
Well, I don't think there was anything that could have been done about that too, though, right? Like I said before, they throw these passes and they break the routes off to the point where it's unrecognizable as to what kind of pass play they were actually running. And, like he just throws it at the guy at a certain point, right?
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him.
And that's how this game is built, right? There's no good coverage or bad coverage. There's just
hot potato and no hot potato.
Hot potato, and if you happen to have... There's a sack. If you happen to have a short defender in the path of the football when he throws it out there, then there's a good chance you'll get an interception, right?
And they'll face a long 3rd down here. Ball on the 41-yard line.
Bring the pain. Get at him, Keith.
Throws it. He hits his receiver.
Here's the thing. You have to realize...
Hey, it's Mr. Grumpy.
Yep, making the tackle over there.
Hey, he hit that guy pretty hard, too.
This time he does a great job of
he actually picked him up off his feet.
Still making the catch.
Bring that pain, baby.
No, they're going on 4th
The
down.
home team call a
They
timeout.
caught you by
That's their
surprise.
first.
4th and 5. And they're going for it.
Get in there.
7th play of this drive. Pressure, stepping up, looking for
Well, there you go. Another pick.
That's our rookie strong safety playing free safety.
quarterback
Yeah.
was ready to get hit and just threw it up for
Well,
grabs.
he just threw it
That's
right at
exactly
him.
what happened out there. He felt the rush coming, and he was coming so fast that he threw it up for grabs, and he paid for it. I'm sure that he wished he had that one back as soon as he let it go.
Gets the call.
I wanted to turn inside there, but I was staggering and I couldn't actually turn in that direction. Sometimes that happens too, right? You get a little bit of contact and they actually will make your player kind of
Stagger, yep.
stagger a little bit, and then you can't steer him briefly until he gets it back under control, right?
Toss play to the left. Hand it off. Just about 2 yards.
Well, everybody engaged who they were supposed to engage there. They just didn't hold on to their blocks.
Well, you know what? That's just how it is.
About 6 to go. Ball on their own 48.
I'm not expecting to make a first down here anyways. I'm more or less
Defense
just
lines up in the nickel.
in that
And we
mode
reach the 2-minute
where I'm
mark.
going to run the ball 3 times and then punt. Because there's no need
Detroit comes out in their nickel
to
package.
throw another pass in this game.
Set. Yellow.
Looks like he's changing the play.
Yellow. 16. Hut.
Pull that handoff. gain of about a yard by the fullback. And so the offense gets one more shot to see what they can do here with the time remaining.
Because we got a big enough lead here that even if they manage to score on this possession, they're still not going to be able to come back. So.
The good old pooch punt.
Yeah.
This one is shallow and short. Fumble.
Ha!
The home team are there to pick up the ball.
Oh, it's going to be catch interference.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Santa! Santa playing dirty, man.
Yep. Well, he does take a lot of penalties.
The defense is trying to force a turnover, which would put an end to
I think
this
he
game
probably
right
leads
now.
the team because he had that one game where he took 5 face mask penalties in the same game.
Yep.
Like, wow.
Santa's a dirty player.
Yeah,
He's
he
bad
is.
Santa.
Yep.
To the air on first down. With the pass, a little off target, but caught. They'll move the sticks with that completion.
I'll tell you, he put that one right
But
on
that's
the money.
okay. It's
They
not
just have
going to
play a little
matter.
pitch and catch.
They'll call this play at the line of scrimmage. Detroit calls a timeout. They have 2 timeouts left. Comets line up with 2 backs behind the quarterback.
Fire out. Route. Bulldog under. Man don't move. They got nothing.
Pass play here on first down.
Oh, wow. Did he get in there fast that time?
Yeah, that was a speed sack.
Okay, they got to keep throwing down.
Yeah, they I don't think they left anybody extra in the block there, right? And he just ran around the edge and there was nobody there to stop him.
Comets using motion. Pressure coming with the pass. The pass falls incomplete. 4 down territory here.
Here's what happened. He thinks he's about to make the catch, and then boom, he put a big hit on him, and he lets it fall out of his
Yeah, well,
hand.
that was a linebacker.
Yep.
Bring the pain. Get out. Get him low.
Throws it. Incomplete.
See, that was a potential interception too if the line on that pass had been just a little bit different, right?
Yep.
Next time around.
Using
The way
split
he
back.
throws those out there, if you play your short zones and stuff the way that you do, then that's why you're getting those, right?
Closing in with the pass. Incomplete pass. The defense has a timeout left, but it won't help them. Kneel downs can end the game, running out the clock.
Hey, yeah, there's a plan. Let's do that.
First and 10. Ball on their own 48. Number 1. Get set.
Just have to do it one more time, so unless they call a timeout, this is the last play of the game. So that was a rough start in the first quarter there, Rec V5X, but then you shut them out for the rest of the game.
Yeah, well, they got their bullshit runs out of the way, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you played 3 quarters of shutout football after that.
This concludes another EA Sports presentation. For John Madden and Melissa Stark, this is Al Michaels saying so long.
Yes, and we continue to be undefeated. Well, you got 5 interceptions. You got 5 interceptions in this game. Wow.
Oh my god. That's ridiculous.
Well, that just goes to show you, though, there may be something to that, right?
What, to not throwing the ball and taking the sack so that you don't throw the ball up for grabs?
Well, also the AI with the hot potato passing, right? You know, like I don't know. I mean, I can't look into the game and see how they designed it, but it certainly appears like they throw the ball to whoever they decide to throw the ball to, and it doesn't matter who's out there in coverage.
Yeah, I agree.
And
I think that's how it is.
you have to play defense in such a way that you have short zone defenders in the most likely passing lanes. And it seems like pass defenders don't actually physically defend the pass very well. But if they happen to be a short zone defender facing the quarterback when
They'll
the throw
at least put
comes,
their hands up and try and catch it.
then they will jump up and try and catch it, right?
Yeah.
And that's why, you know, like you get high pass completion percentages and high interception numbers, right?
Yo, I never got anywhere near this number. I wonder how many interceptions a game you would get, because like you were getting like a ridiculous number of interceptions a game in Madden 05, and I would go like a whole season and get like 2 interceptions.
Yeah. So anyway, I still tried to run the ball, but again, like I just couldn't go. I wasn't going anywhere, right?
Yep.
You know, hand the ball off and I'm just not going anywhere. I think I had 1 run for good yardage and that's it. And this guy dropped 2 passes today, including one that should have been easy first down, right?
Yeah, how many drops did you get today?
6.
Wow.
Yeah, and you know what? I only threw 29 passes, so yeah, that's kind of a lot of drops for that low number of passes. So there you go. Santa Claus got 3 sacks and 2 interceptions, and Hale's got another interception, and so there you go. You got five interceptions in this game. Quite a few pass knockdowns too. 4, 5, 6.
I wonder how many of those were dropped interceptions.
I don't know. And a defensive touchdown. So this guy managed he completed 14 of 32 for 115 yards and 5 interceptions.
And he got sacked 3 times.
And he got sacked 3 times. So there you go. That guy still averaged 8.5 yards per carry, even though you didn't give him much after the first quarter. Yeah.
Yeah, both of those were broken tackle runs too.
Yeah. Well, then the first one there where he spun around and left 3 defenders standing there too, right? You never see that in a real game. Like, I can see, you know, like you can see a running back will beat 1 defender in the open field like that sometimes, but never if he's outnumbered. That he can't spin around that far to spin away from multiple defenders like that. So anyway, 4, 5, 6.
Just as many as you had.
Yeah, but he threw more passes than I did too.
And more interceptions.
Yeah.
He kept throwing it to the wrong jersey.
Yeah, so got sacked 3 times. So that defensive end there had 2 knockdowns, and then a linebacker and a cornerback. So, and I guess those 2 maybe could have been threats to be interceptions too. So I still have to get that passing decision thing under control maybe. But yeah. So anyway, that's it for today.
Indeed. So, I'm Rec V5.
And I'm Sandman99.
Merry Christmas.